Hello, welcome to another video by Travel Family Academy. My name is Paula, and today we're going to be sharing with you 5 things you need to know before your first flight with your toddler. First thing we're going to be talking about is packing smart, and here I'm not talking about, your luggage that you're putting on hold. No, I'm talking about the hand luggage that you take with you on the plane. So you need to pack, firstly, find a bag that it can fit everything that you need. So you don't have to carry, 3 or 4 bags and then you have no hands to, handle your toddler at boarding and everything else. So make sure you have one bag that you can carry everything. And then another way of, packing it smartly is making sure you divide it by sections. So you have for instance, a tote bag for the entertainment, a tote bag for snacks, a tote bag for, diapers and so on and so forth. So whenever you need it, if it is an emergency, you need to access things quickly, it's right there and you could just pull out and go do whatever you need to do. This for us was the best way for, if there is any emergency and, like grabbing anything in the airplane, if you have the bag underneath the seat, it just makes it so much easier than, having to empty all your bags. You can find one thing. So, pack smart, make sure you have divisions, make sure you have things in individual bags. So for easier access and for just to make it your life easier, really. Okay, next we're going to be talking about is movement. If you have a toddler, they obviously at this point are a bit more active and want to move around. So you need to include this into your airport time. So we always recommend you to come a bit, arrive on time or at least a bit early to allow your toddler to, get all of the physical wiggles out before you board. So when they board the flight, they are actually willing to sit down for a longer period of time instead of actually, jumping up and down and wanting to do things. So it is important for you to be at the airport on time and have enough time to go for check-in, security, and the boarding, and still allow enough time for you and your toddler to, get some physical movement in to have a better flight experience. So next we're going to talk about to handle the airport and the wiggles, but next you need to think about is boarding. So when you're boarding with a baby or a toddler, you get the option of boarding first or last. We like to think of this as, think of your family, think of your needs before you decide which way is best. So for instance, I like to board early with my toddler because I always leave enough time to play at the airport. So boarding early means I get to settle him down and myself before everyone boards, which makes it a lot easier. But if this is an incident where we arrived late at the airport and everything else, I will be the last one to board the flight. And I think from now on, this is what I'm doing because my toddler is more active and he is an active toddler and he loves to run around. So we just board last, let everyone board and then we'll board last. We usually only have the backpacks that go underneath the seat anyway, so we don't have to worry about the space overhead as well. So that's another thing you need to consider. Do you need to use the space overhead? You have, for instance, a stroller that you need to take it inside. All of this stuff that you need to consider before picking which one to do. Like, do you board first? Do you board last? It all depends on your family needs. So assess them, see what is it that you need and which one will suit best for your family. This is an important one to snacks. Your toddler is most likely eating solid food, even if they're drinking milk or breastfeeding, it doesn't matter, but still they are eating solid. So make sure you bring these with you. Don't rely on the airport, don't rely on the airlines. So you never know what they will have available to you on the day. Even if you go online and read the menu and you say, oh, they have something that your toddler eats, they might not have it on the flight on that day. So make sure that you or pre-order this food or you bring it along with you. Make sure you always have anything because you never know what's going to happen as well. Like you might face some delays, you might have some cancellations, your layover might run over. All of this you need to consider. So make sure you have enough snacks for the whole duration of the journey and just a little bit extra just, to be on the safe side. Doesn't mean you need to bring the whole, your whole kitchen with you. It just means being prepared because, having a hungry toddler on a flight is not an easy thing to deal with. And I had to deal with it and it was horrendous. Luckily, they had chips on flight, so I just had to buy that and that's all he ate. So, planning these things ahead can avoid a tantrum, or, it's better for everyone involved, really, for a successful journey. Last but not least is entertainment. So again, your toddler will need entertainment for the flight. I always take tablets with make sure you download these before you board, downloaded movies and games and any other things that he enjoys watching. I also bring some puzzles and coloring, stickers, anything that he enjoys playing with, and something that he actually enjoys playing with for long periods of time, which this is the things that he does. And so we try to bring along like minimal things, stuff that don't take too much space, but also something that keeps them engaged. For instance, we have this puzzle book situation, where we could just take it and it's a book. So it's thin, but it's got 5 puzzles in here. So it's perfect to take on a flight because they don't take too much space, but it is entertaining, yes. And he will play with it for a long period of time. All right, we reached the end. This is your 5 things that you need to consider when you're flying with your toddler for the first time. We do have a few more tips if you want to have a look. I will link a blog post in the caption below for you to see a few more tips. I also would like you to, if you are flying and you would like to have a stress-free and successful flight with your baby or toddler, whether this is your first time flying or whether you have a really bad previous flight experience with your little one, we have something that can help you, which is our eBook, The Baby on Board. It's made from parents for parents. So it's like, we know we've been through these struggles, and we want you to not go through the same. So we are sharing with you the things we have learned that has helped us have stress-free flights. So you don't have to struggle to learn them, basically. We just want you to learn from us so you can have success from flight number 1. So I will link that below so you guys can have a look. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. If you have any questions or you want us to cover any topics on flying with babies or toddlers, please ask them below and we will get back to you. And thank you so much for listening, and we will see you soon. Bye!